Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Star Ocean, the second story R. Last episode, we played through the Phenol episode, where we went to the city of Phenol just to be stopped by 3 of the 10 wise men who used their new weapon in order to destroy Claude's father's ship. After that, we came back here to the city of Armlock, where we learned that in order to defeat the wise men, we will actually need a specific weapon. So we went and got blueprints from the Symbological Research Lab and showed it to a blacksmith here, who told us that in order to create the weapons, we would need some Leah ore from a brand new dungeon, the Monet Cave. And so, in this episode, let's go ahead and see if we can get the ore we need to forge the weapon to defeat the 10 wise men. But before that, if you guys do like this video and the series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we have one thing I want to do beforehand. As soon as you come out of that area, it's essentially right now is the first time you can do it. But if you remember, we got that code inside the Symbological Research Lab. Now, you use that code in there, but it can also be used back here in Prince Bridge. So we're going to go ahead, travel back over here to the entrance of the Prince Bridge University. We'll go ahead and head upstairs. And if you remember, this guy over here said he was doing research into the documents nobody could access. And now that we have a code that let us get into a terminal, let's go ahead and talk to him. I've been researching the history of need. That's what this room is for, and I'm the 17th head of the factory. You can find part of our work at the North City Library. Some of the planet's documentation has been marked as classified, however, making them impossible to access. It's been a source of interest for historical researchers for many years now. There have been untold numbers of computer experts who tried to access those files, but none of them have ever succeeded. What's more, we've recently uncovered some contradictory points involving the move to energy need, and now we have the 10 wise men, the historical destroyers of our society. It's really fascinating to see in action. I can't allow this information to get out. I have made my attempts at hacking into certain files in the North City Library, but I haven't gotten anywhere. I wish I could get at least an hint at how it works. But without some kind of insider information from the other side, I'm stuck, and I don't have the connections for that, of course. Do you know anyone in a position to help me out, perchance? Speaking of which, I heard that a group of people recently entered the closed-off Symbological Weapons Laboratory. That was us. That's actually us. The people who visited the Symbological Weapons Laboratory, it was us, actually. Huh? It was you? Well, then you must have accessed the laboratory's databanks. Could you tell me what the access code is? What are you going to do with it? I'll use it as a hint for my attempts at accessing the classified files. Let's go ahead and tell him. It was long. Do you remember it, Claude? I do. Really? Sure. It's 3248-9976-2168-9934-BZQF. Wow, Claude. Got it. That's quite a number, all right. Give me just one moment. Good. Okay, here we go. This is going to be easy. Can I talk to you again? See, take a look. I have North City secret data at my fingertips now. And now we have access to the classified information, at least 2 of them. Let's go ahead and start with the project proposal. File number 1. Rebel movements against need have been established in all 24 neighboring planets. Evidence shows much of Need's technology has fallen into the hands of these underdeveloped planets' armies, suggesting Needian cooperation with the rebels. We need to develop a new weapon immediately to put a stop to these rebel armies. File 2. Research conducted by Dr. Lantis indicates the possibility of using the symbological force to improve Needian's DNA and create humanoid battle units with far greater symbological force than normal. And File 3. The Army's Supreme Council has decided to immediately develop the humanoid battle units described in File 2 to patrol and return order to our neighboring planets. The Council has named the project Operation 10 Wise Men 1. Development on the 10 units has commenced under the supervision of Dr. Lantis. Based on the results of this project, a second and third batch of humanoid battle units are also scheduled to be created. So yeah, the 10 wise men were battle units, essentially. We have research report, file 1. 3 units have been completed as follows. Zafkiel, short-range combat unit. Jophiel, long-range artillery combat unit. Metatron, point defense combat unit. Development will also begin on Michael, a strategic unit to coordinate the functions of the 3 units listed above. File 2. The data collection units Zadkiel and Camiel have been completed. They will be put under the aegis of the Citizen Re-Education Unit, Haniel, along with the Data Analyzer Unit, Raphael, which was completed earlier. Also completed at this time is Lucifer, the 10 Wise Men monitoring unit. And finally, File 3. A cruel act of terror by a rebel army opposing Operation 10 Wise Men has resulted in the death of Lady Philia, the sole family of Dr. Lantis. However, the army has decided to restrict access to this information and hide the fact from Dr. Lantis until he has completed work on the Ultimate Destruction Unit, Gabriel. Oh, I've got a new topic available. Incident report. 4th level resistance program Klein launched. Building firewall. Oops, they found me. That's that, I suppose. Are you safe here? This computer is equipped with 7 different remote entry blocking programs, all of my own design. They've been taking away my access, but they shouldn't be able to figure out where I am. Well, that's good, but I guess that's the end of your information gathering, isn't it? Actually, I've already downloaded all the files. Now I just have to figure out how to decode all of them. But finding the key for that is going to be tougher than the hacking process itself. You can also try the post-fact, same thing. Can't access it anymore, unfortunately. So we'll just go ahead and close out. If you talk to him again, there's a decoder key for this file somewhere. And you can read these other 2 again, but what you want to do, I believe we can just go straight over there. We might have to leave and then come back. We should be able to run all the way over here to the right to the, headmaster. We should be able to get something from him. Is he over here? Was he on the bottom floor? I think he was on the bottom floor. Let's go back down real quick. Yep, right over here. And we can talk to him. What? Man, Leifeth, this is some serious business. But I'd kill to find out what's in those files, too. Try using this. We get the Pandora's box. This is a decoder. Never really had any idea how to use it at all. Never worked right with any of the usual decoding I've done. Maybe it was meant for something like this. And with the Pandora's box in hand, we can go ahead and run back up and to the left to give it over to our friend over here. And this will... Once we read the next data files, that's the end of this little side quest. Now, this doesn't get you anything. It might give you an in-game achievement, but you don't actually get, items or anything from it. It's just to give you lore on the 10 Wise Men themselves. Professor Peril is giving this to me. This is certainly unexpected. Let's give this a shot. It'll probably take a while. And as he said, it will take a while. Now, it is a little bit... People haven't really been able to figure out exactly what causes this to progress. Some people say you can just go in and out of private actions a whole bunch and it'll progress. Some people say you need to go kill some monsters out in the overworld for it to progress. I don't think anybody's actually found the actual reason. However, one thing is certain. If we go ahead and proceed into the dungeon over by Armlock and get our Leah medal, then by the time we finish collecting that, we should be able to come back and the Pandora's box will have worked. So, let's go ahead, head outside of Armlock. And it's time to head to one of our last dungeons in the game. I believe after this, the only dungeon left is the final dungeon. So go ahead and just zoom over here. And this was that island we went to, but there wasn't actually anything on besides that single chest. That's because right here is the Monet Cave. Go ahead and save if you want to. And before coming here, you couldn't have accessed this because you did need the code. So go ahead and investigate that. Opens the door ahead.
Open. Let's get going.
Thank you, Rena. And here we are. Could that be a Barkian? It's watching us. It knows we're intruders. Oh yeah, Mirage told us to defeat a large Barkian. Right, let's be careful not to get too close to the small Barkians. Yeah. So this is an interesting little area. So you'll see these flashing lights. Essentially all they do is alert enemies, or they'll stun you. So if you're standing right here and you get caught in that light, you'll actually get stunned. But if all the enemies are green, they can't really do much to you. So we're just going to kind of freely run through this dungeon here. I'm going to alert the enemy right there. Let's see. Does my... Nope. It did not. My bodyguard didn't work there, so we'll just turn around and fight these guys normally. Gradually lose HP. No, thank you. Orange balloon, coming for you. Continually lose HP. If you had the bloody armor on, where you continually lose HP, it can be really bad. Also, Diaz, how did that happen? I think he doesn't actually have magical defenses. I think that's how that happened, but poor guy just can't catch a break. Try to clear this this boss here. I think I focused a little bit too much on him, and I definitely should have been going for the spellcaster since we've seen what they can do.
That was tough.
But there we go. One of the only couple fights left to fight in here. I don't think I should say it, but at this point, if you're around my level, around level 82, you're probably not going to be getting really any more... there's a lightning gun. Probably won't be getting any more XP, essentially, until the very end of the game. The final dungeon will give you some, but most XP and levels you're going to get from now on is going to be in the post-game. Honestly, you could probably get around level 100 in the main game, but I don't think you really need to, and all of it's going to be in that final dungeon anyways. Go ahead and punch those enemies. Right here is a chest with a Mithril Mesh Plus. Amazing piece of gear. I think I'm just going to give it to Diaz here, because he's still getting absolutely bullied. It will spawn enemies. We'll go ahead and just fight this guy. I was hoping my bodyguard would apply there, and we wouldn't have to do any fights, but... Go ahead and just get through these orange balloons real quick. I think Diaz might have the best defense now. I think he might have more than Claude, but for whatever reason, I wonder if one of his abilities I have on him has him lose HP. Also, I'm going to take that mirror blade off Claude. He's clearly not using it very well. No, never mind. I'll keep it on. It doesn't really matter to take off their abilities right now. They are essentially approaching their final abilities in the game, so we will be able to touch on some good builds in post-game. But as you've seen, like, most of the abilities in this game, if you're not a spellcaster, really don't make or break a character. It's all about stats. Their stat totals are much more important than their gear or their abilities are. I think I've touched on this before in other games, but I prefer when abilities do things that aren't just increase stats, because when when stats matter more than abilities, a lot of the times characters become less unique, if that makes sense. Like, honestly, the only difference between Claude and Diaz and Ashton right now... Oh, well, this is a fun enemy. This is Dark Water. It's just one, which is good, but I think this is one of those enemies that'll, like, stun you and paralyze you and give you all the status conditions. But when they all are just swordsmen and none of their abilities really matter, they all just kind of start to feel the same. But just a downside of RPGs, I guess. You can't make all the characters you feel completely unique. There's 7 smith hammers. Blow that enemy up. And right here is some meteorites for you. Then we'll go ahead and head up north. We're already halfway done with this dungeon. See if my bodyguard will apply. Nope, not quick enough. So yeah, this whole dungeon is about these traps that alert enemies. If they are blue enemies, you'll have to be fighting a lot of them just back to back. You'll get some good chains and some good XP from it. But I don't see how you don't have all the enemies at green at this point. Please get back here. Because going through those other, unless you just didn't fight back in the path of, or the field of might, it'd be very tough to not have these guys be green right now. We'll go ahead and head up to the northeast, trigger some more of these guys yelling at me, alerting the enemies, sneak past you. And then we have a few enemies we can grab. Let's see if my bodyguard will activate here. Rena? Nope, guess not. I also don't think there's a unique spot here, which is very interesting because there's been a unique spot like everywhere at this point. That's a little odd to not find one in this dungeon. I do need to just worry about these spellcasters. The continual loss of HP sucks, but being hit by one of those big bomb spells is a lot more deadly. Especially when I hate when she uses Cure All. Just use Fairy. Use the Fairy ability every time, Rena. It's better. And we can go ahead and we don't even need to heal anymore. Just grab that for an Encyclopedia Plus. Really good weapon for Leon if you do have him, if you're on Claude's route. We can swing up here, see if my bodyguard will activate. Really, you don't want to activate on this one right here, guys. The one that's the only way I need to go. Because we're just going to go the other way here in a second. I think it's just balloons. And we can just pop them. Mirror Blade. The good news is your AI party members really like to use abilities. So upgrading their best ones is in your favor. So that way they're not just wasting their abilities on really bad, or wasting their MP on really bad skills. You can grab that Resurrection Mist right there. And then tucked away over here on the right side, down this little path here, is one last chest in this dungeon. You're really not going to... Okay.
Let's give this all we've got.
Oops, look out.
Another single black water. Poor guy. Yep, there we go.
Nice work.
That was a waste of time.
Only 6,000 XP. That's how much we were getting from, like, Dungeon 1 enemies. A luscious Graton. I think that was a Groton. And then we can just run all the way up here. Sneak past that. See, my bodyguard will activate on a few. Oh, perfect. See, you guys know when to activate bodyguard. You guys know what's up. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Free XP. And right up here is a save point and a boss fight up ahead. Now, this is actually one of the harder boss fights in the game because it's a gimmick fight. And you could actually lose pretty easily if you don't properly do the gimmick. It'll be pretty self-explanatory, but let's just go ahead and hop into it.
Look out! Here it comes!
So yeah, this is the fight with the big Barkian. Now the thing with this fight, it's not actually going to attack you. You can just wail on it, but as soon as you do enough damage, it's going to use that ability right there, Pain Release. And you will lose immediately. You can die so fast with that. Now, I'm going to show off the way... There's a couple different ways you can cheese this. And the reason that happened is because we had all of our characters just group up on him. And there we go. We all get blown up. You were wiped out. Let's go ahead and return to title screen. Because if you just click retry... Well, I guess we could have retried and then... We could have just done it from the party screen. That's fine. We'll go ahead and reload into this. And we'll do the prep work outside of the fight now. To show how there's a couple different ways to cheese it. So the first is just to use someone like Rena. And take everybody else out of the party. How do I take you out of the party? Like that. So there we go. We are only playing as Rena. Now, we're going to keep Fairy Light on, but we can make our right button our strongest spell. Probably Star Flare. Probably. Yeah, we'll just do Star Flare. And then we can go into And you can technically do this with anybody. Rena and spellcasters, any spellcasters that have healing and damage. So Rena, Noelle. I don't know if the other healer has it, Opera, but they can all do this strategy pretty easily. Let's go and just boost my art real quick. Starflare, just to make it a little bit stronger. Or just go fight her with Rena by herself. Because we're doing this, we can go into our train and just make it so, honestly, everybody can train off of this fight. Maybe we turn Rena's off. Let's turn Rena's off. But everyone else can train. Run back up here. And the reason this works is because you can control the amount of damage you put into the boss now from range. So we'll go ahead and start with someone like Celine. He doesn't activate his ability, so we can use Assist Call. This is why you can technically do it with anybody, because you can just sit here and let your assists do the work. And there we go, we get pain released, but we'll just heal that up. Nope, that wasn't my heal spell, that was Starflare. Please don't kill me. Okay, we're good. Heal that up. And then if we want to cure that poison, quick antidote. And honestly, Starflare probably isn't the best because I think this is a hit everybody spell. And that does a lot. And then it pain releases. You can probably get another one in here. This is a very slow way at winning, but it is basically a guaranteed win. The other strategy you can do here is the one with the bloody armor that I've already shown, where you have bloody armor on so you don't take damage. Essentially, you won't have any issues with this boss. The other thing is you can stun this boss. So you can get equipment that has a high stun. Nope, that's not what I wanted to use. You can get equipment with a high stun meter. That way you can keep him in the stunned state. You can also break the shields. There's tons of different ways you can deal with this. This is just a very easy way to do it if you're starting as Rena. And then quickly use our two abilities here. And go ahead and hop back into spellcasting. Star Flare. Now this is the only downside, because now we actually get the break. So now we can do like insane damage if we had our entire team. But because we don't, significantly less than we could do. We'll get pain released. That's fine. Heal it up. And if you want to, if you're playing as Rena, you can go Angel Feather here. This just boosts her defense. I think she would take a little bit less damage from the spell that this guy's casting. But it's not a big deal. It doesn't increase your int, I don't believe. It's just your physical stats. And pain release. And heal it up. You also can do this entire thing with items as well. So, things like our... Where is it? Our poison bombs, stun bombs, flare bombs. Honestly, poison bomb might be cool here. Can he be poisoned? I don't know if that... The bombs are always weird because you don't actually get like an animation of a character throwing it out. And if you wanted to, the reason I say you could do this as a melee character is because you can just like use items to heal, but also you could have all 4 of your action commands be set as a like healer character and just do this and punch it till you get the breaks. That also works. Essentially, you really just want to do this fight with one character if you want to be the safest as possible. Starflare is not the most MP efficient spell I could have used here. I didn't realize this was a one of the like ultimate spells. Pain release, heal, Star Flare, and then Star Flare again. And we should get another pain release. No, well, we'll go ahead and do this because this is a shield break. Straight into Letitia. Another Star Flare. And that is the boss defeated. Very easy once you know how the gimmick works. Unfortunately, you don't get a lot of XP from this fight at all, which is why we turn Train on for everybody, just so they get a little bit more from it. I think they might have all got a level up there. Nope, just Rena and Claude.
Everyone all right?
It's all quiet.
That was probably the strongest Barkian in the cave. The rest of them have all lost their will to fight.
Well, we've got our Leah medal. Let's get this over to Mirage as soon as we can.
And with that done, let's go ahead and make sure we add everybody back to our party. Swap over to Ashton. And let's go ahead, run down here, hit this save point. We don't need to save, but I do want to heal. And before you continue, you have a time-limited event here in Need. So let's go ahead and travel back to City Hall, up to the mayor's office, and witness a little backstory event again. Are you sure you want to make this decision? Yes, it is unfortunate what the Needians have been fated to do all along. I see. I too was hoping that we would never have to, but I suppose it's just wishful thinking. We have been hesitating for far too long. We need to consider this, something we would have had to do eventually anyways. I don't expect the people to oppose your decision. Yeah, seems like the Needians have to make a hard decision here soon. And with that done, we should be good to head back to Prince Bridge. I think he should have decrypted it by this point. We need to go upstairs. Well, I guess we can just run over here first. Up here, another deadly poison bomb to replace the one we just lost. Let's see if you are you done? Oh, you've come at a good time. I've just about finished decoding the process. Want to have a look? These are the final classified informations in the game. Let's start with incident report. File number 1. Without warning, Dr. Lantis set off all the lab's defense mechanisms, thereby completely sealing himself in there. It appears he found out about his daughter while working on the data collection units Zadkiel and Kamael. Evidence indicates he is now tweaking the mechanisms of the 10 Wise Men. We will most likely have to break into the lab and apprehend Dr. Lantis once we have received the Army's permission. The 10 Wise Men have left the lab and begun indiscriminate attacks on all other facilities in the area. This suggests Dr. Lantis has reprogrammed their directive from bringing order to our neighboring planets to destroying the universe. The 10 Wise Men have also destroyed an entire squad of riot police that had broken into the lab. I am requesting for all Needian occupation forces to return home in order to put an end to the 10 Wise Men's rampage. And File 3. After some fierce fighting, we managed to drive the 10 Wise Men into the lab. However, upon entering the lab, we discovered it to be empty. It appears that Dr. Lantis trapped the 10 Wise Men in eternity space, which he then launched into space. Although we were unable to destroy the 10 Wise Men, this will not be a problem, as an eternity space pocket can only be deactivated from the outside by typing in the necessary password. The 10 Wise Men will most likely be wandering through space for eternity. So yeah, Dr. Lantis, in a fit of anger, decided to reprogram the 10 Wise Men, who were originally meant for peace. Next up, we have the post-fact report. Start with file number 1. We've determined that the men who appeared to have killed himself in the lab was indeed Dr. Lantis. This finally marks an end to this case, at least officially. I am still puzzled by the presence of thought pattern images belonging to Dr. Lantis and his daughter, Lady Philia, that I found on the lab's computer. I fear that Dr. Lantis may have converted his thought patterns into a program that he installed into the as-yet incomplete Gabriel unit. Yeah, it looks like Dr. Lantis became the Gabriel. Oh, that means that he trapped himself with the other 10 Wise Men in the eternity space. Interesting. The chain of events caused by Operation 10 Wise Men has resulted in a casualty rate of 80% of Needian military personnel. Perhaps encouraged by this severe loss, the neighboring planets have begun an orchestrated uprising against our rule. has become increasingly difficult to suppress these rebel armies. Upon careful consideration of these events, the Need Supreme Council has ruled to move our entire population onto an artificial planet. And file number 3. The Council has named the artificial planet Energy Need and has ruled to protect it with a level 9 high energy matter shield. This should prove successful at stemming the rebels' attempt to overrun Need. However, this also means that we Needians will be completely cut off from the universe for the remainder of our existence. The Council has also ruled to restrict access to information on the series of events that has led to our current plight. The facts related to Operation 10 Wise Men may very well never see the light of day. This is incredible. And that's it. That is all of the classified information, giving us the lore of Dr. Lantis, how he reprogrammed the 10 wise men who originally meant for peace into basically killer artificial humanoids, and then took the body of Gabriel for himself. And with that little side knowledge quest out of the way, let's go ahead and return to Armlock. We need to go to Mirage's home. And right over here, we'll be able to turn in our Leah medal.
Oh, you got the Leah medal.
I'm looking forward to seeing how these weapons turn out. We'll need them, that's for sure.
You got it. You're gonna be blown away. Trust me.
By the way, where's Null?
He went home. Said he had something to take care of. He left a little souvenir for you.
Souvenir?
What kind of souvenir?
An NPID, an all-access pass to Fun City.
Are you sure it's a good idea to be playing around in Fun City right now?
Mayor's orders. Besides, this isn't just any normal amusement park. Anyway, get going. I think they're ready for you over there.
Well, okay.
Yeah, seems a little bit odd, but that's it. We just need to go to Fun City and I guess have fun? Before we do that, let's go ahead and head into our training. Make sure to turn our main character's training off, and I want to quickly improve. Now, we won't be getting to this anytime soon, but that sucks. I want to get fishing up to level 10. Let's just go ahead and do that, and we'll hold off on anything else for now. Let's go ahead and head on over to Fun City, shall we? And let's have some fun.
Huh, you must be Miss Lanford.
Yes.
The mayor's arranged everything for you. Please come this way.
So, what exactly is going on in here anyway?
We're going to use a special program we created to simulate a battle with the 10 wise men.
Simulate?
Yes, a full simulation. As you may be aware, this arena uses virtual reality technology to allow users to battle any type of monster. We used previously collected data to create a virtual version of the 10 wise men for you to fight.
He must have wanted to prepare us one last time before the real battle.
Exactly. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to begin whenever you are.
Three days later.
Well done. This simulator's no challenge for you, that's for sure.
Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Hey, Rena. How are you doing?
Well, I guess you just saw it yourself.
Mirage, are you done making the antimatter weapons?
Yep, everything's done. First off, this is for you, Claude. The God Slayer. A sword made out of pure antimatter. Next, this is for you, Rena. The Knuckles of Hope. Also made out of antimatter. And this is void matter. It emits resonant frequencies that power up all of your weapons. It couldn't be easier to use. Just carry it around and it'll do its thing for you. You'll have an antimatter field covering your weapons at all times.
Wow!
Anyway, I'd better be getting back home.
Huh? Already?
Well, I've got this dissertation I need to finish up, among other things.
Oh,
Give it all you've got till the end, all right? I'm on your side.
thank you very much, Mirage.
Oh, you don't need to thank me. These were fun to make. Anyway, see ya.
Well, we've got the weapons. What next?
Don't you think we should stay in Fun City for now? We still haven't heard from Null yet.
Good point. Guess we can train some more in the arena, too.
Sounds good. Let me know whenever you're ready.
And so we get the Knuckles of Hope, a really big increase to Rena. Fortunately, she does lose a little bit of MP, but definitely worth equipping. As for the weapon we gave to Claude, well, we've had the Eterna for a while. I also probably should have got the Eterna Plus, because you can get that if you get lucky with your rolls. We didn't, but the Godslayer would decrease our attack by 350. It reduces the MP cost of all skills, but it's just not worth running if you do have the Eterna. Now, you can go ahead and talk to that guy, and we're going to go ahead and drop a save real quick. You can talk to that guy and train, but the enemies you're going to fight here are actually, I think, weaker than the enemies back in the fields we were dealing with. So instead, we're just going to say it's time to return to Mayor now.
We still haven't heard from Null. Do you want to go back to the Centropolis?
How about we fight the 10 wise men in the simulator one more time before we leave?
Sounds good to me.
Mind if I be your sparring partner?
It's you!
Long time no see, my friends. That was quite a battle we had atop Aloria Tower, wasn't it? Funny to see that Raphael was right about you. I see you're still blindly trying to go against us.
You're wasting your time. I am Jophiel, and I suppose I should say it's a pleasure to meet you.
What are you doing here?
We heard you were up to something in here. Just thought we'd save you the trouble of coming all the way to us. I'll handle this. We were interrupted last time around. Let's settle things right here, right now.
In that case, I'll go hunt down that woman from earlier. Even against a mouse, a lion strikes at its prey with all of its claws.
And I will just go kill whatever I feel like.
Wait a minute!
Hold on there. If you want to chase after them, you'll have to go through me first. Wouldn't want you acting like you're king of the world just because you can beat up on these ventriloquist dummies.
What?
Hopefully you don't think that's all we're capable of. Are you ready?
And here we go. The real fight against Zafkiel. With the antimatter in hand, we should actually stand a chance this time. And we can, I mean, we weren't even able to do damage before this. You have to get away from Rena. I need Rena to go ahead and get an angel feather on us, because now is the time to... Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Rena, please heal. No! Let's see if I can drag it, the aggro. Come here. See, one of the hardest things with these... Yeah, that's so brutal. I think I need to restart the fight. One of the hardest things with when you lose all your melee characters... Rena, you gotta cut that out. You need to lose. Is that as soon as your melee characters start dropping, your healer can't really keep up. Come on. It's crazy how much defense Rena has compared to, like, everybody else. Because she's not competing for equipment. Come on. Come on. Hit me. Thank you. Nope. There we go. Hit me again. Every time we get in these fights, it just takes me 2 attempts to get them. I mean, we are fighting the 10 wise men. These are the bosses of the game. Let's go ahead and hop into that again without changing anything and hope for different results. But we will go ahead and open with an angel feather this time. Get away from her. And now, as long as Rena's on it with her healing... Okay, I have her on focus healing allies. We should be fine. Honestly, it might even be worth here pretty soon just swapping to play as Rena. Just to make sure we're getting the heals and everything when we need it. It just sucks because I like playing as the characters that could actually do something. Rena, Fairy Light. I think she's already casting it, but she wasn't casting it. She was doing Cure All. There's got to be a way to disable some of these spells. I need to go check that out when we get out of this fight. Because Cure All is just a far inferior version of Fairy Light. But there we go. That is our first of the 10 wise men defeated. Only 9 more remain. We get 123,000 XP from that fight. And yes, that was a real 10 wise men. And we did actually defeat him.
This is ludicrous. You were brilliant. You have won this battle.
We won, right? Hurry! We gotta catch the other 2!
And we do need to go catch the other 2, but first, gotta see if there's a way to, like, change my... Okay, here it is. I knew it was in here somewhere. Fairy... Honestly, I think I just turned Fairy Healing off. We turn Raise Dead... We keep Raise Dead on. We turn... Cure All off. The thing is, she's not going to worry about most of these because she's just going to heal. So I want to make sure I didn't turn the thing off that I don't think I did, but I want to double check real quick. I think I'm good. Yeah, okay. Now she should not be doing those awful spells that heal for like barely any HP. Let's head in. Over to one of the other 10 wise men, because we did see 3 of them come to try to ambush us.
What was that? Ah!
Help! Help me!
Run, you insects, run. I want to see more pain, more suffering.
Stop this now!
What happened to Zofkiel?
We've taken care of him, and now it's your turn.
What?
It's time to show you expels pain, needs suffering, the anguish of every living thing in the universe.
And here we go. Where Zafkiel was all about melee attacks, Jophiel is all about ranged attacks. Stay on him, go crazy, and get your condition cures going with Rena when you get petrified. And honestly, this fight won't be too bad. The hardest thing really is the status conditions he can hit you with. But as long as we keep things like our Angel Feather up, which I probably should have cast first, but kind of glad I didn't there since we did get... Ooh, there's Energy Rain. That is actually a very dangerous move. Let's go and do a Fairy Light real quick. Want to make sure I prioritize that for my healing. And then she can do her own thing with the Condition Cure. After that, it's whatever. And just try to dodge those little laser beams or laser light balls he throws at us. Don't touch Rena, touch me. We're fine. Stop, get away from her. She's just gonna dodge his attacks every time. Energy Rain is probably the scariest move because it does like an AoE attack. But there we go. That is the second Wiseman defeated, Jophiel. And 124,000 XP.
Whatever.
We're probably not going to be getting any more skills. Earthquake, okay. There's not many more skills left in the game.
No. Why? Error. Error.
Well, there's the second one.
Yeah, but where'd the last one go?
Didn't he say he was gonna chase after that woman from earlier?
That woman from earlier.
He's talking about Dr. Mirage, isn't he?
Oh no! We've got to get to Armlock, fast!
All right, time to get over to Armlock. I would like to heal first before I go to Armlock. Can I heal here in Fun City? Yes, I can. I didn't know if it was going to be blocked off as well because some of the other places were. Let's use an inn for the first time. Actually, can I just go to a... Yeah, let's use an inn for the first time in this game. I don't think I've... Well, no, I think I used it at the very beginning. 50 full per person, and unlike games like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, I don't think the price increases ever. I think it's just a static 50 per person. Probably, well, I guess you increase because you get more party members, but that's probably because instead of healing at inns, you can just travel somewhere else. And let's go ahead and leave. I think it'll take us straight to Armlock.
What is going on here?
3 of the 10 wise men attacked us. We defeated 2 of them, but the last one's heading for Armlock right now. We've got to catch up with him. Mirage is in danger.
What? I'll contact the Centropolis immediately.
Let's hurry!
Can I just fast travel to Armlock? Yeah, okay. Let's head straight over there. And... is he in the house?
What's going on here? Did something happen? Excuse me. Is there something going on in Mirage's house?
Well, yeah. This guy flew in from out of the sky all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then he just went inside Mirage's house without saying anything.
You think he's a friend of hers? He didn't look very friendly if you ask me.
No doubt about it. That's one of the 10 wise men. Mirage!
Ah, you came. Took you long enough.
How could you do that to her?
Like you're in any position to talk. How many lives have you taken in your little journey so far? Hmm?
The only lives we took were the monsters you created.
Fools! You're completely incapable of seeing things from other people's perspectives. Very well. If you insist on getting in our way, I have no choice but to get rid of you.
Here we go, Metatron. This is likely going to be the hardest fight so far. Metatron will take damage, but after a certain amount of time... Rena, please give me a fairy light real quick. After a certain amount of time, he is going to throw an impenetrable shield up, and we won't be able to damage him at all. We'll have to wait for that shield to go away. Now, get away from Rena, please. So do as much damage as you can here. If you can get the break early, you actually don't have to worry about his invincibility phase. So, out. Rena, help me. Get away from her. I warn you every time, old man. Stay away from Rena. There's the meta block. Okay, he's gonna take 0 damage. Just move. You can't damage him. Just run around till that goes away. Otherwise, he will drop Rena. There we go. And meta block goes away. It doesn't last very long, but if you're not paying attention and just keep trying to wail on him, you can lose some characters. The unfortunate thing is because you don't hit him, because you don't deal any damage, his shield basically fully regenerates. So we do have to try to break through it again. Unfortunately, Letitia was just out of range there. You're kidding me. You're meta blocking again? No, I think we're okay. And there we go. That is Metatron defeated. Got the most XP from it, 163,000. And a couple level ups for everyone with Train on.
Thank goodness. I thought you were dead.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't leave me for dead quite so quickly.
But...
I figured the only way I'd survive this little encounter was if I played dead. That's why I didn't put up a fight.
Are you all right now?
Better than before, at least. Thanks to Rena. What was the mayor thinking? Doesn't he have any idea how much danger I'm in, doing this for him?
I think assistance from the Centropolis will be arriving soon.
I appreciate it, guys. We're definitely starting to make them worry. If they didn't regret spending too much time on preparations before, they sure are now.
Sort of seemed that way to me too, actually.
We might be in a better position than I thought, but don't get too comfy yet.
Yeah.
And there we go. With that done, let's go ahead and exit on out of town. And we'll get a cutscene as we attempt to leave.
We heard that Dr. Mirage was attacked.
She was, but everything's all right now.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm glad she's okay now. I also have a message from the mayor. He said to come to L'Aqua immediately once you've rescued Dr. Mirage.
L'Aqua?
Everything's ready for you. They're all on standby, ready to leave whenever you are.
This is it. The final battle.
I wish you the best of luck. We're all counting on you.
And yes, Rena is correct. That is, in fact, the final battle coming up. However, there are a few things we need to get done before we head on in. First off, if we come on over here to the guild hall, these are the final guild missions we can do, but we're not going to be doing those in this episode. On top of that, we do want to go fish. At this point, you can get every fish here on Energy Need. You technically could get all the fish in the game, period, if you did the ones back on Expel, but we unfortunately did not. finally, this is one of your last chances to increase your relationship with your characters. So, if you have any characters who have not maxed out their friendship, I recommend you go ahead and try to get those maxed out beforehand. You can either fight in fights with them, or you can go ahead and do some of the specialties, specifically the, I believe, writing is the one. Yes, you'll write a book about certain characters, or not writing. Which one is it? Is it publication? Yeah, publication. You'll write about certain characters to upgrade their friendship levels. But all of that, we will go ahead and cover in the next episode. I will see you guys then.